Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Jocasta Lester. How are you? I hear very strange things in my spirit, and I want to share this with you. I've heard in my spirit that some really prominent celebrities are pedophilic. Okay. Here's the thing. I've watched some stuff, this whole Diddy thing, but what I heard in my spirit was that Beyonce is someone who is a pedophile. I heard that she's a pedophile in my spirit. And I also had like it was like being a fly on the wall that just could hear what was going on somewhere in secret. And what I heard was her voice saying to someone, I don't know who, but she was saying to someone, let's try something new. Okay. Um, I don't know if this is true. I've heard some pretty outlandish things in my spirit, but this is one of the things that I heard. I've also gathered that years ago, I'm pinpointing it to 2015. My ex-husband, according to all of the stuff that I've seen and heard in my spirit, my ex-husband somehow sold our child into a pedophile ring. I believe that he did this while they had me locked up in a mental health situation, while they had me locked up in jail. I believe that he brokered this particular situation years ago. Um, in hindsight, when I went running down to Georgia looking for my son, my ex-husband, he made sure to get the police involved and to try to kind of put the police in between me and him. Okay. But what I understood to be the case is this. I think I stumbled upon a place where my son ended up in Georgia where my ex-husband didn't know he had been. In other words, I called what was a private detective, and I think there are familiar people out there that see things that we don't understand from the spirit, and they're in the know about stuff. So that when you call this private detective that knows a lot, they might have very well found someone who was otherwise not going to be found. Okay. Um, so I say all that to say this. I believe that this convergence happened in Georgia where my ex-husband may have found who he had sold back in the care of another. In other words, when I came, he, from what I saw, wasn't there. Okay. And I believe that he came there after the police discovered that I was there looking for my child. Okay. Now, it was a homestead. It didn't seem like a normal place to live. For a bit, he had my son and he had him call me. And it seemed that he was being babysat or held somewhere. But it's a number of things that didn't seem normal. So basically, it's like this. I believe he had sold my son, and somehow or another, he has this thing that they call a family. They have these pedophile rings that live together as communities, and they call themselves families. They all become sons, nephews, cousins, and things of that nature. But what happens is once they find themselves as cousins and things, a child will disappear. Okay. So I say all of that to say this. How does this bring Beyonce? Like, how does this? Well, these children that end up in these situations, some of these people converge. They find each other. Okay. As these deviants that do things, there's the pedophile ring and the people who are pedophilic who come together. Okay. So I say all of that to say this. There's now what I understand to be a contract killer whose name is India Hamilton. I was told that she's a contract killer in my spirit. I've been told several things, and I've been trying to make some sense of it. I've been trying to figure out if it's true or not. I've seen a lot of nightmares. I've seen a lot of things that don't make sense in my spirit. Then I've run across the reality of everyone acting crazy. I've also seen that they'll take you into what are these jobs and these different mock-ups of jobs, so that they basically, I don't want to call it a mock-up. They'll just basically stage employment in order to take a person into captivity. Okay. Human trafficking they'll set up the more sophisticated forms of them, they set up entire organizations. They go, if they can't set up one, they'll embed themselves in pre-existing organizations and oust the people that are in charge. Okay. In other words, they come in, they fester, they take over, and then they just operate as this nasty, corrupt thing. Okay. So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. You guys, I am finding that I believe that my ex-husband sold our son into what was a prostitution ring, on the basis of my nightmares. I had quite a few, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll tell you guys. I believe that he may have found his way back to Georgia onto a homestead, and that my ex-husband probably kept a close eye on him, because he's just evil, based on what I've dealt with in my spirit. But basically, I think you know, I think he sold him and didn't let him out of his grip. Okay. Also, I believe that my ex-husband is a member of a pedophile family, where they're a pedophile ring that call themselves relatives. Okay. I didn't understand this to be the case, but I'm now seeing that these people, they hunt people. They go and they find young and unsuspecting females to go and procreate with. And sometimes they find their children kidnapped, lost, stolen, dismembered, maimed, hurt. So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. Thank you for watching my video. I know this was a little bit convoluted, but the point of this video is to let you know that I believe that there are, similar to the movie Crash, there are these different things that take place. And I believe that our lives converge in many ways. And some of these things that we didn't understand were going on in the shadows. I believe that some of these people have been getting away with murder right before our eyes. So y'all have a blessed and marvelous day. You guys take care, and thank you for watching. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Understand that Jesus is real. Come to him before it is too late. Okay?